I am standing on the 8th floor in one of my favorite cities in all of Texas. It's South Padre Island. It's one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen, certainly one of the best in the entire Gulf. It's a great vacation spot, and it's a small town where people have made it their year-round home. Joining me now is Mickey Furcron of Furcron Incorporated Realtors. Mickey.
Robert.
Nice to see you,
welcome,
sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Island.
I know it's so rough. What a rough assignment today to come out here.
It is really tough. I mean, you look out and you see that view, and you know, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it is really rough.
It is sunny, the ocean breeze is moving in, there's just a little bit of balmy in the air. It is just really gorgeous out here.
Gorgeous day.
And behind us, of course, the town of South Padre Island. How long have you been selling homes out here on the island?
Well, you know, real estate, as I recall when I came here in 1990, things were in a slowdown after the 88 kind of a recession that went on. So we were kind of at a lull in those early 90s, but it kind of picked up, the market did, in the mid 90s, and then we saw a surge of construction in 2000 to 2010. A lot of new buildings that came on the market. Most of these, a lot of the ones were built in the early 80s.
Now, South Padre Island, the town, has gone out of its way to try to develop great destinations, to make it a place for conventions, tourism. Tell about that.
The city government has been very active in looking at this, knowing that, hey, this is the best beach in Texas, and we need to promote it. We need to let people know where South Padre Island is and what we have here. You know, we've got the birding center now, and we've got the Turtle Inc., which is a great attraction. Hey, you know, there's just a lot of things going on right now to make the island more attractive to visitors. And you know, people come here for vacation, but they see what you see today, and they go, hey, honey, wow, we ought to see if we can find a place here to buy and maybe retire here at some point.
Mickey, good information. Now, coming up, it went from a great market to an absolutely off-the-charts crazy market. We're going to hear why from Mickey when we come back. I'm in beautiful South Padre Island, Texas, SPI as the locals call it. Continuing my discussion with Mickey Furcron, an owner and broker here, been selling real estate for 32 years. Mickey, all of a sudden, South Padre Island is on the real estate map. Demand is crazy.
Absolutely.
When did that happen and why?
The island has suffered from the recession that started in 2007 and 8, and we thought that was going to last for a few years and then our market would start to go back. But unfortunately, that went on for almost 10 years until a few years ago we started bottoming out. Activity started to increase, and then boom, COVID hit and the state shut down and everybody stopped. I mean, there was nothing going on. And then it was like the sun came up one day and the gates were open and people started coming.
So you're saying the pandemic, suddenly everybody in Texas was flying down here and real estate demand just went crazy?
Well, it certainly appeared that way because that's when we saw our market start to turn. And we have been we've been a buyer's market since 2007. And all of a sudden last year we started to see that change. We started to see and we've had for the longest time, many years, we had over 2 years of inventory. Last year, in August of last year, we had almost a year's inventory, and now we're down to about 1 month. We've been seeing that now for the last 8 or 10 months. This whole last year has been remarkable in terms of the way the market has turned from a buyer's market to a seller's market, where you put a property on the market and in a few days you've got multiple listings. And so all of the properties have been selling over list price.
Coming up, Mickey discusses what you can expect to pay for an island getaway with affordable homes available if you don't mind walking a half a block to the beach. Stay tuned. So Mickey, to satisfy that new demand, what's under construction? What's coming online soon?
I'm sure that the way the interest is for the island right now, and what's going on with SpaceX and some of the other things that are bringing some interest to the island, we're going to see some of that start to really kick off, I believe.
Mickey, let's talk a little bit about pricing for people who have never visited the island. Right along the Gulf, of course, that is the boardwalk class real estate. What is the general pricing for condos right on the water?
Well, general pricing till recently, when things really started turning, a 2-bedroom beachfront condo was around the $325, $350 price range, and a nice 3-bedroom on the beach was up around the $500 price range. Interior, those 2-bedroom, 2-baths on the interior, what we call Gulf Inside, which is between Gulf Boulevard and Padre Boulevard. Those were in the mid-150s to $200,000 typically, and then on the bay side, it's kind of like the beachfront. Pricing is pretty similar, and the bay interior that we call, which is Padre Boulevard to the bay, is about the same way as the island interior, the Gulf interior lots.
So Bayside is a premium water view lot as well.
Exactly.
What about the homes down the middle of the island? And the island is not very wide. It's less than a half a mile.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you got a lot of homes that are in the what we call the beach interior and the bay interior as well. I mean, and those are coming in, again, a lot of townhomes are in that area as well.
Mickey, because the island is really a kind of an intimate strand, you could buy in the middle of the island and literally walk 2 blocks, and you're at either waterfront.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
For parasailing out here, or windsurfing, or if you want to get in the ocean, the waves are right here.
Absolutely.
What about entertainment and restaurants? What about the lifestyle of the island?
Well, I mean, this is as you mentioned early on, this is a small town. It's a quaint town. So, the full-time residents that here enjoy that peaceful off-season, when things are not quite as busy and hectic. But we've got a variety of restaurants that are open year-round. There's a variety of shops and retail. So there's a lot of things for people to do and activities. In addition to that, we're close to Brownsville, Harlingen, McAllen, the Valley. It's a short drive to go anywhere. So whatever you want to do, it's here.
Well, Mickey, I thank you so much for our little lesson on South Padre Island.
My pleasure, Robert.
We've got to pack up and get out of here right away because it was so miserable standing out here in the beautiful sunshine and the ocean breezes.
You need to get out on that beach.
I know. Good thing I brought my swimsuit.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mickey.
You're welcome.